Welcome to UBL News, your ultimate source for everything about the game that packs a punch. Undisputed. In this action-packed podcast, we'll dive into the electrifying world of the Undisputed Boxing League, bringing you the latest updates, thrilling highlights, and exclusive live interviews with the champions themselves. Get ready to step into the ring of excitement and stay ahead of the game with UBL News. All right, what's up? We are back with another episode. In this episode, we're going to have the F.N.F champion, the Friday night champion, Harvey, on the show. He is from the Philippines. Harvey has been the man, and no one has been able to break his winning streak. He sits at the top of this league, and he's been holding that belt for quite some time. So we're going to take the time out to give Harvey his interview and see how he feels about the league and the progress, so on and so forth. So let me go ahead and bring him on. I want to thank you guys for tuning in and watching today. All right. What's going on, champ? Uh-oh. Maybe having some difficulty. Try ringing them back. Hold on.
Oh, there you go. Sorry about that. Can you hear me now?
Yes. How you doing today, champ?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. How are you, bro?
Hey, taking one day at a time, one step at a time, one day at a time.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Yes. Well, it's an honor to have you on the show today. Really appreciate it.
Oh, likewise.
Awesome. So, you've been kind of out of sight, out of mind for a little while, and it's like I said, it's an honor to have you on the show. So we're gonna pick your brain a little bit today to see how you feel and get some of your thoughts about the progress and some of the things that's currently happening in the undisputed boxing community and in the undisputed boxing league.
Of course.
So,
Um, mhm.
no, go ahead.
No, I just want to say that it's glad to be back, and I really hope that I could, have some fights again. It's been a while since, I've been belong to the events, the live events of UBL.
Absolutely. So with that being said, can you tell us about the recent update, the Eastern Assassin update that was brought to Undisputed Boxing Game?
Oh yeah, it's been a while since we had a decent update. Because of the previous update, the Big Daddy one. I don't want to be rude or anything, but it's a trash update. I think we all know that because of the desync issue and everything. So I'm really glad that we have a decent update. So with this update, the desync is a little bit less. I'm able to play properly, and getting the wins that I deserve. Not always ends with a draw.
Yeah, yeah, that is a fair assessment. Yeah, I like to update myself. You get a little, like you say, desync here and there when you go online, but I mean, the overall experience is starting to feel solid.
True, true, and I really hope that this continue. Undisputed give us a continuous better update, and yeah, I think this continue, and so that we can push all the events.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. We do have some bigger and better events coming up as we, excuse me, as we transition to the fall and winter schedule. I know earlier today we had a little slight admin meeting about it, and I'm excited to what's up and coming in the future. Um, Another thing we can I kind of say we could look forward to is the career mode update that they also announced coming this fall. The rumor on the street is that we're gonna get it next month in October. How do you feel about the early access career mode that they're getting ready to release for us?
Yeah, about that, I watched the recent video about the career mode update, and I'm really hype about that. It's not just any career mode like we previous had on the previous games. It's like more complicated in a good way. You know what I mean? It's like giving us a lot of options in terms of what we can do in the game, and I'm really hype about it. Me as a boxing fan, I can't wait to have that kind of career mode.
Absolutely, absolutely. I can agree with you as well, and also to touch on with this Eastern Assassins update, the AI is on point. I mean, the AI to me is very sharp, and with the adaption that I would say this with the ability of it learning. So if you're a one-dimensional fighter, the AI is going to adapt and it's going to force you to change your style if you're one-dimensional. I think that is a huge feature that the AI have, and I'm looking forward to career mode. Definitely.
Yeah, I do agree. I do agree. Before when before this update, the AI is it's not even decent. It's like a walking plug. No matter what happened, you will win against the AI. But now, AI is giving us a lot of problems in terms of sparring, and I really like that. I'm able to prepare, to train. Because before I am being forced to play online to have a decent fight, and we all know that not all players online is good. So it's like it's quite random if you're gonna have a decent fight online, but AI are able to give me a decent practice and everything to prepare in terms of if I have a fight and everything. So I'm really glad that they improve the AI, and I'm looking forward to more improvements. And yeah, this is actually going to be a good thing in the career mode. That's the reason why I'm actually looking forward to the career mode as well. Because of the recent update and what they shown us on the AI improvement, I'm positive now that the career mode will be solid and will give us a lot of fun in terms of the game.
Absolutely, absolutely. Just to dive a little bit deeper on the career mode, what do you think about your contract selection features there? Now you have to be careful if you don't be too demanding on your contract, or you may demand yourself out of a fight. You know, with you selecting the correct, I guess, promoter, coach, training, the whole nine. That's definitely something excited to look forward to as well. I do believe. How do you feel about that?
Well, you know me, Tantalus. I'm a video game fan, but I'm also a boxing fan. So when I learned that they're gonna imply that to the career mode, now I'm really hyped because it's realistic. You're gonna evaluate yourself if your value is on that point. And I'm really hyped, and I'm looking forward to build my own character and build my career from the ground up, and demand what I deserve and what my player deserve in terms of reputations. So I couldn't really wait in terms of the career mode, and I think I'm gonna lay low on online fights when this career mode is released.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to swing that direction myself. The career mode is gonna give us the capability of winning the what was it, the ISC championship, um, and also give us the more realistic feel, not only for with the new updates that they currently release and the future updates that we're looking towards the future to come, but just being able to, hey, I want this trainer, I want this specific trainer in my camp to train my boxer. You know, I want this specific promoter. It gives a more realistic feel as the sport of boxing because, just to be honest, that's what actual fighters go through. They behind the scenes, as us being fans, we don't get to see all of that, but to be able to implement that inside of this game for me is huge.
True, true. I agree. I agree. You know, um, I really like career mode because even though before in the Fight Night Champion days, I always play career mode, but it doesn't really give me a lot of options on how I'm gonna handle my career. You know what I mean? So I'm really hype in this career mode that Undisputed is gonna give us, and hopefully, they continue to improve everything. And I still believe in the devs of Undisputed that they will be giving us the game that we deserve and what they promised.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, champ. Well, what can the fans expect from the upcoming early access? Well, we just talked about that. I'm sorry, I kind of blended those two questions together. Let's see. Oh, now, far as the character creation, um, do you think that it will have but Fight Night, in my opinion, gave you basic character creations. I mean, you could do some fun stuff while building your character, but with the new technology and the engine that's running Undisputed, character creation features should be more advanced. So, in your opinion, what do you expect out of the character creations that they're planning on to implement here?
You know, my problem with the Fight Night Champion before is, even though we're trying to make our character, like for example, if I want to create like Floyd Mayweather, I couldn't really create him because everything is actually pre-built already, and you couldn't really you don't have that specific body type of a Floyd Mayweather. So I'm looking forward to give us for Undisputed to give us a lot of options on how we're gonna create our own fighters. Body type, body shape, the length, the height, and how you're gonna edit the face and everything, and how you fight in general. Not because I'm using a Philly shell defense doesn't mean that my way of fighting is like Floyd. You know what I mean? I want to have an option where I'm using this kind of defense, but I'm using this kind of offense, and the way I punch and everything would give me the option to get the specific punch that I like. It's like NBA 2K. It's gonna give you the options on how you're gonna shoot on this kind of way. I don't know if you. I think you understand what I mean.
Yes, yes, I absolutely. Uh, To be honest, one thing I will say, I don't. I want them to put a cap on height. I don't want to have to fight a super fighter. Um, I want to, I know that us as humans, we can be fairly large at times, but I don't want to have to get in the ring with a Andre the Giant, so to speak. Um, as far as what you're talking about, fighting styles, right? They should be very diverse. I agree with you there. When you're creating your fighter, I believe that just because, like you said, you select the Philly shell defense as it was in Fight Night, it shouldn't be based off that particular fighter that had the higher status or platform at that particular time the game was made. I think it should be more versatile, like you said, where we get to pick, our defense, and that's exactly what it is. You know, when it comes to footwork or whatever, we get to alter that a bit and let that just be exactly what it is. It kind of gives us, um, it kind of gives us an experience where we can create a different kind of style of fighting or boxer for our own personal liking. Will they allow the AI to, I don't know, to allow, you know, to assist with that? But it'll be interesting to definitely see how they planning on roll it out.
Yeah, I agree. And I also agree on what you said about the, super fighter. So I don't know how they're gonna implement that on the online fight, because I think you could use the character that you created on the online fight. So I don't know how they're gonna control that thing. But I hope what they do is they gave us a separate online fight where, in this specific online fight, all of the available fighters that I think you're gonna fight is all created fighters, not legit fighters, because it's kind of hard to use the original fighters on the roster and fight a super fighter. You know what I mean? It's like unfair already, but I don't really know how the devs are gonna handle that kind of scenario.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be definitely intriguing to see. Um, well, champ, you're making a return back to the ring. Share why this decision to the ring was made at this time.
Well, first of all, because Undisputed give us the good update, I'm able to return and show what's champion all about. Because I feel that a lot of fighters and also the new fighters in the league doesn't know um why I'm the current champion. I can see that a lot of new fighters is underestimating me, even though I have the record to show. Because they didn't really know why I got this record and why I have this belt. So I think I have to return and remind everyone on why I'm the current champion.
Oh, wow, that was hot. I like that. Okay. Well, are there any potential opponents the champion has in mind for their return, for your return, I should say, not their. And when might we see the champion defend the title again?
You know, this fighter, I actually respect this fighter a lot because of what he did for a short span of time. I think the one that actually deserve a title shot, a title shot, is JD Smokes. We all know that JD is grinding a lot, you know, doing a lot of fights to actually, climb the rankings. And for a short span of time, I was amazed that he got that record already. He's even grinding more than the other existing fighter. So, I kind of see myself on JD Smoke before. You know what I mean? I actually grind the mandatory list, the fights that I have before. That's the reason why I have a lot of wins on my record. So, it's only fair that I give him a chance in a title shot if ever, if that's the case. Um there's a lot of fighters that could be a potential fight for me. Like Vlad, like the other champions as well, because I don't want to settle for one belt. I want all the belts. I think I'm capable of getting all the belts, the Intercontinental, the Gatekeeper, and even the King of the Heel belt. I want it all.
Hmm. Okay. Interesting. Well, about a week ago, I ran across your, and he did mention a possible or potential fight with JD Smokes in the upcoming. I guess you kind of just touched on that, but if you could go deeper, how does that really make you feel, and what type of game plan or what preparation you take if JD Smokes is the opponent?
I'm gonna train my defense and offense a lot because I sparred JD Smokes before, and what I can tell you is he knows what he's doing. So he's someone that I couldn't really take lightly. So I'm gonna train everything that I know, and use everything in my arsenal to actually beat him. I'm not gonna, me. I don't really take anyone lightly, but I know talent when I see one.
Yeah, yeah, I will agree. JD has the definitely has the two attribute to be a champion within so as your return or when it's set forth for you to win that title, um you know the fans may be very intrigued to see that fight as well. That is like hot sauce on top of the burrito uh within the undisputed boxing league. So um we will see. So you do have an option to take a warm up fight, I heard. Uh will you exercise that option, or would you just sorry about
Yeah,
that? Or would you
yeah,
just jump straight back into the fire?
yeah. I'm actually talking to my promoter about that, and I think it's a good warm up fight. Is Kev? He's a new fighter in the league, and I think he's a very talented fighter. He's from the same country as I am, so I know that he's talented. It's gonna give me a hard fight. So I already talked to my promoter about that, and you know, it's a close deal. I'm gonna take that fight before I, you know, have a match with JD Smokes. So I already started training camp for all the fights that I could do, because the champion is gonna return.
Oh, nice. That is awesome to hear. All right. Fireworks. So, what's set for the Undisputed Boxing League apart from other boxing leagues in this industry?
There's a lot of leagues for undisputed. I think what differentiate this league is the freedom. Even though we have rules, you could be the fighter that you want. You know, we don't really do a lot of complicated rules to you can't do this, you can't do that, and everything. We still have rules though, but I think what differentiate this league is the freedom of what we want to be, and also the events that we anticipate, the preparation and everything, the interviews, the antics, a lot of fighters that has a lot of characters. So, this league is a league to see.
Okay. Okay. Absolutely. I would agree with that, and I'm quite sure a lot of fans will as well. So, what are your thoughts on ongoing feud between Burger Man and Mr. Vad J, and how it has divided the league into two factions?
I don't really know where it come from because I think I'm not that active when it started, but I think it's about Alfredo trying to prove that he's a good fighter. So I think that's beating Vlad is something that gonna put you on the ranks because I think Vlad is the rank 3 on our league. So you know Alfredo recently beaten JD Smoke. So congrats to Cholo about that. And but we all know that Vlad is one of the fighters that's really gonna give you a hard time. So beating him is, gonna put your reputation higher and put your rank higher. So, I think Cholo is gonna prepare for that fight.
Okay, okay, okay. Well, it's just speaking of them. Uh, in your opinion, as Burger Man is stepping up, know, um, fight a high class fighter in the top five. Burger is ranked number 10. It's kind of shocking this ranking update was released at the top of the week. But um, for Burger to really take home the, what would you say Burger Man has to do today?
I think the only way for Cholo to, for Burger Man to beat Vlad is um surprise Vlad with new strategy and everything, because I think Vlad is already prepared for everything that everyone's come to offer. So right now, Cholo have to train a lot, practice everything, not just offense but also defense. His reflex. He has to put up his A game to actually beat Vlad.
I agree with that. That is a tough, tough competitor. He's top five for a reason. Um, obtained a champion, those championships. So, in the upcoming events. So, Burger Man is really gonna have to put a double cheek on this one. Dad is not playing around. I do know that. So, uh, so far, fans of the undisputed boxing and league is, it's like a 45-50 split on this fight. Uh, Burger Man did earn a lot of respect by beating JD Smokes a second time on the event. So, it's gonna be a fight to see. I would say.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I couldn't really wait because, winning. I think if I remember correctly, the contract is who's gonna win this fight will have a chance on the gatekeeper belt. We all know that Lee is a great champion, so I'm really looking forward and who's gonna win this fight.
Absolutely. Lee is definitely back in the gym. He's been doing some mandos. He's training. His camp has also started. So, going to be very intriguing on who wins this fight, and know, will they have the talent and the tools to beat the gatekeeper champion? Um, as previous events that we had, take it back to Wednesday night fights. Uh, he and Guap had a true war for that championship, and Lee was the man to come out on top. Not to take anything away from Guap. Guap is a very, very tough competitor, but Lee was the better man that night.
I agree. I fought with Lee a lot of times, and believe me, it's not an easy fight. And most of the time, I feel it's very close. So, and also I fought with Guap as well, and we all know how Guap plays. It's not an easy fight. Um, I think when I started in this league, me and Guap has a rivalry, if that's what you call it. We already closed that rivalry, but up to this date, I still feel that Guap could really compete if he wants to.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that war that you guys had in the beginning, it was epic. Both of you guys did not lay down. Both of you guys kept pushing forward, kept arguing who foot was going to be in front of whose, testing each other's jab that night. That was a true war between just warriors, epic warriors. If anybody would like to see that footage, it is on Tantalus Boxing Club page, Facebook page. I suggest you guys go check it out. That was an epic fight. Okay. What advice would you give to new members of the Undisputed Boxing League who aspire to reach stardom in the sport?
I think the best advice that I could really give this new fighters is grind a lot. You couldn't really get a lot of good fights if you won't grind. You know, I think that's what I respect about JD because he's new to this league, but his record really shows on how he wants to be the fighter to be. So that's the best advice that I could really give them. You know, practice a lot and grind a lot on mandatory. You know, get that 5 wins already so you could be one of the eligible fighters to be on a live event. Because if you could be part of the live event, you could really sell yourself. And you know, I like fighters that has a lot of attitude, but you still have to respect those who has like the higher ranking. But you know, you could be there. You just have to grind yourself, train a lot, and I think you should get a good camp as well because you couldn't really get good on this game without a good camp. Without a good sparring partner that could really push you, you wouldn't really be successful in this league because believe me, joining this league is not the same as fighting online. Um, Everyone will be able to beat your ass if you think that this is the same thing as online fights. So you should get your goals straight, get a training camp, um, study your opponent, try to get more information on who's the fighter that you're gonna have a fight with, and manage your wins and loss. Having a loss is okay because you could learn from that, but of course, less loss is better.
I agree. Well said. Well said. Being diverse, meaning challenging yourself. Um, Bar with the guys at the top, guys in the guys at the bottom. Have a good nation. I would agree exactly with the champions. It stands outside of online play. It stands outside of a lot of things, in my opinion. It sets the tone to who's gonna be best and who is the best. As we got the right Harvey. Um,
Yeah,
it it really gives us an accurate calculation on the level or your boxer persona, better lack of words to say, is really at.
yeah.
So, with that being said, we wish everybody the best of luck. To all the new members that have joined, but Harvey, very well said. You have to grind.
Well, one of the suggestions that I could give is, they could dare to be great. They could ask to fight the top fighters on the league, but as how I started that, I won't really suggest that because getting a lot of loss on your records on early stages of your career is not really a good thing.
I was more or
But
less talking of a spar. Everyone needs a sparring partner.
yeah,
Get in there and you spar with some of the top uh, fighters. Uh,
yeah,
it will obtain the experience you're looking
sure. You could ask for a lot of spars from the current champion, the current top fighters. That could really give you the idea on what's your current level as a player. Could you really be part of that top five or not? Because I think a lot of new players. I'm not gonna mention any names already, but I think some new players is calling out current champions, calling out certain top five fighters without really knowing what their level is. That's the big problem on these new fighters. I love the antics, but of course you have to evaluate yourself. Are you really that good?
Yeah, it's your place setting, right? Know your level before you go trying to, as Burger Man would say, a burger that's appetite.
Yeah,
Don't want to do that. You want to slowly work your way up, slowly gravitate top, stepping stone.
sure.
Okay, so with that being said, could you share a message of positivity and encouragement of the fans of the Undisputed Boxing League?
Oh, can you say that again, please? Sorry.
Could you share a message of positivity and encouragement for the fans of the Undisputed Boxing League?
Oh yeah. For all the viewers and the fans of UBL, Undisputed Boxing League, you know, put your seatbelts on because we're gonna have a lot of events and a lot of new fighters that's gonna be joining in this league. So this league is a league to watch, and you keep all the supports, and of course, thank you for all the supports that's coming. And yeah, it really give us the motivation to give you all fans the fights that you deserve.
Absolutely. So, how has the fan support impacted the growth of the Undisputed Boxing League and its success?
you know their support is very important to us because it really motivates us being better, giving them better experience on how they're going to view our fights, um, give us a motivation to as a fighter to train to be better in this league. And yeah, so their support is really important to us, and we really appreciate their all the supports.
Without them, it wouldn't be us, right?
Sure. Sure.
All right. Could you provide some insight into training and preparation that goes into becoming a champion Undisputed Boxing League?
Being a champion is hard, uh, most likely on my end, because I'm the one who grinded for a lot of months to have this belt that I currently have. So I know that beating me um will give them not just the belt, but also the um what do you call this? We have this word that bragging rights. Yeah. So as that, it's my responsibility to train always, not just what I currently know, but train new things, like how to do things to, that could get me the win. Because there's a lot of fighters that has a different fight style. So, I have to train for a lot of type of fighters. There's some fighters that really good with defense. There's a lot of fighters that has a good offense, and also there's a lot of fighters that is good on both. So it's my responsibility to stay focused and train everything that I currently know and improve everything.
Okay. Are there any plans to expand the league, um, reach internationally? And if so, which countries are being considered?
I think this is my opinion, one of the best league that could really compete with this league is the PH League, players from the Philippines is I still declare one of the best. Those are the players that could really compete on a high level. So I think US versus the PH League would be a good event, and I know a lot of fighters that could really give you a good show.
Absolutely. a week ago when I ran across the promoter, that was also mentioned U.S. versus PH. The rumor on the street is that come November or around the Thanksgiving holiday, we may witness such of event. Um, if so, the magnitude of that event would be huge. Who do you see? I believe Japs is the promoter for the PH League over there. Um, who do you see him actually putting on the roster and why?
Well, of course, as I'm from the Philippines, I'm gonna be part of the team already, and as a current champion of Tantalus League, it give us a lot of advantage on who's gonna win. But I don't really, I don't want to say that we're gonna win automatically because I know a lot of players from the U.S. League is, even the Tantalus League is a good fighter. They just don't have the belt yet, but you know, we couldn't really underestimate our players from the Tantalus. But yeah, I'm gonna be part of the team, and I couldn't really say who's gonna be the other players that's gonna be joining us because it's gonna be a surprise, and I don't wanna spoil everything. But believe me, we're gonna choose the best of the best of the PH League, and you know we're gonna make sure that this fight won't be easy. If you think I'm good, believe me, we're gonna pick fighters that same level as I am to win this fight because we're gonna take this seriously.
And you guys should. I mean, I don't see. Again, this would be a huge event. Fans from the both sides, U.S. And Philippine, will pack the house that night. We don't have an official date. I just everything is in speculation right now. But you know, each side has very, very, very tough um fighters. The skill set is equally matched. Um, some will say, some will say that certain side will have a better class of fighters. If this event is truly, truly happening upcoming holiday Thanksgiving month, um, will you? I mean, what, what, what would take for your team to be 100% ready? What would will happen in leading up to the event, Harvey?
Um, you know that we always train. We're just gonna make it official that we're gonna fight U.S. players, but we're always prepared. We're even 100% prepared already, but know that we're getting better. And come November, if that's the time or the timeline of this event, we will make sure that we are going to be 110% prepared, and we're going to make this interesting for you guys. And but by the end of the day, style make fight. So we're not going to underestimate anyone, and we will make sure that we will win, and we're gonna try to make sure that we will win every fight.
Well, I tell you, it's gonna be a tough, tough thing to do. The U.S. team, they're never scared. Not to shout out to any names, but I see a few of them are in the chat. Um, I think they're looking forward towards this event. We have a very strong top five, um, and even a top 10, really. And I think you know this.
True.
So, you know, we're gonna go back and talk about negotiations and stuff like that, and see if we can make that November the target date and give everyone a good event.
Of course, of course. And I don't doubt that. I already fought with multiple players on the Tantalus League, so I know that this is gonna be very interesting. This is not gonna be a one-sided fight, and I think every fight will be very challenging one. You know, top five of Tantalus League is something that um every players from the top five, even the top 10, should get the respect that they deserve. So I know that this is something that we have to take seriously. So we will make sure as well that after this fight, you will know why PH League is on a high level.
Interesting. All right. Well, U.S. is already saying that they're elite. They're above. They're sitting on certain clouds. Uh, I don't think that they're too worried. The confidence, as you know, is already on fire. Uh, it's a rumor that some type of this is my hood championship is going to come out of this battle between countries. If that's so, um, I guess it's already safe to say that you guys are looking home to take that, my hood championship back to the Philippines, right?
Yes, of course. I think as the current champion of the UBL, you know, that proves a point on what kind of player we provided from the PH League. I'm just one of the players that trained there. You didn't see the type of other players that we showcase. So if I'm the current champion now, that just show on what how the skill level that we have and tough fighters that we provide.
Well, I know, so I'm gonna take the mask off for a second, as I see a couple of the members is saying that I need to stand tall, and I have no problem standing tall for the U.S. side. So I've been doing my homework, and I don't know if the members saw today, but I did, pass out you guys stream. I shared it all over the place. Um, I want them to start paying attention to you guys. I do. You guys are very tough. Not to say that we're not. Um, I'm looking at the matchups, between two, and I have very confidence that this will be a war, no doubt. But we gonna come to burn the motherfucking house down. I'm telling you that now. No, the roof is not just gonna be on fire. We is gonna burn motherfucker down.
Of
Okay?
course, no doubt about that. We're talking about countries now, so pride of U.S. and pride of the Philippines, and so what we're talking about here. The bragging rights and who's the better player, who produced the better players.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, I'm putting my whole paycheck on the US that night. And I have no doubt in my mind that the US team will stand tall. So, taking home the hood championship, and we on bragging rights, and we're just gonna be on top, and we're elite. That's how we rock. But I'm gonna put my interview hat back on. Oh man, I love the trash talk. I love the what we got going on here. It just makes the experience of this awesome. You don't get this. From what I hear, you don't really get this kind of experience in other leagues. I thank everybody for that, for all the different characters and personalities. It really brings us together.
Of course, yeah. I love all the antics and the trash talk. It makes our league interesting.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, how do you handle the challenges of balancing entertainment and sportsmanship in the league presentation?
Well, I think you know me for a long time now because when this league is just starting, I'm one of those players that just joined this league, and uh, even though I'm the champion now, I still respect all the players that deserves respect. As long as you give me the respect that I deserve, I'm gonna respect you as well. I don't really look at levels. I'm not gonna trash talk anyone that much because my record and my current belt do all the trash talk that I need. I don't need really to prove myself or talk a lot. So, you know, I know in the end of the day, this is about entertainment, and I don't need to talk trash to anyone and disrespect anyone.
Okay, okay, that's cool. I mean, uh, I can honestly say, throughout past performances, you are the champion. Congratulations to you. Worked very hard. Definitely looking for those upcoming performances.
Yes.
Um, could you share some memorable moment from the past matches of the Undisputed Boxing League that stand out to you?
Well, I think the best up to this date, this is one of those fights that I still remember. My fight between my rivalry between Guap. I think that's the good old days. Me and Guap. There's a certain respect, but we also did a little bit of trash talk because I'm just starting in this league, and Guap is the man to beat by that time. I'm just like the person that stands in the way. So those are the days that I really remember because I'm just trying to prove myself, trying to show everyone that there's a new fighter to beat in town, and that's me. So one of the best thing that I've enjoyed in this league is climbing the ranks, proving them that I'm the best. So yeah, I still remember that to update, and I still enjoy that fight a lot.
Yeah, yeah. I was, yeah. You and Guap was just like, no, not better. That was just basically what you guys were telling each other, and came out the man on top. I know Guap, he's itching. I know that's in the back of his mind. Also, retirement, part of the Twitter feud. Um, I know he's back up there, title shot. Um, and it may be at the grasp, and because he is part of top five, if I'm not mistaken. I know he's in the top 10. Good fighter. Okay,
Of course. Mhm.
what role does sportsmanship and respect play in the undisputed boxing league culture?
It plays a big role, to be honest. It's gonna show what kind of fighter or player you are. Me, I don't. If you want to try to disrespect anyone, sure, it's gonna give you a little bit of spotlight because everyone's gonna take notice of, whoa, this guy is talking a lot of shit. But you have to prove that you could carry that trash talk. But if you're not confident, um, don't talk a lot of shit. And on my part, it's not because I can't carry myself. It's just that I give a lot of respect to all of the fighters in the league, and I know that I started from the bottom as well. So even though I already have the belt, it's not my place to talk a lot of shit because we wouldn't really know. Maybe this fighter will be a future champion. So we're just gonna have to, wait and see. But if that's what you want to do, if you want to talk a lot of shit and you don't want to respect everyone and that's how you want to sell yourself, then sure, by all means do it. But you have to, prove yourself that you could carry that trash talk and prove that you're really good.
Yeah, yeah. If you're gonna have a big mouth, you gotta have some big hands. Yeah, I know that also very well. Win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another fight. But yeah, you gotta win the majority, I would say. All
True.
right, interview champ. I say okay. A few more questions. Uh, could you elaborate on on the significance of the Gatekeeper Championship and what what it represents?
That's an important belt, to be honest. Not just because you're having a belt. but because what it stands for. You know what I mean? It's just it's already in the name that I this belt having this belt requires a lot of respect. Um, I'm the man that could beat any of y'all. You know what I mean? It's like proving that I already have this belt because I work for it. Because I could beat any of you any given day.
That's heavy. That's pretty cocky, but that, yeah, having the championships is saying something. Not alone, not only just the gatekeeper championship, continental, and the F.N.F have championships. So, um, if Lee was to fight Bad J, so to speak, hypothetically, not to count out Burger Man, how do you see that fight?
Sheesh. That's a good fight. I did a fight with Vlad and I did a fight with Lee as well. And believe me, there's no easy fight between the two. And you know, I think one of my loss come from Vlad J. And I think I beat him once as well, and he beat me once as well. So that only shows how good he is when he started in this league. And Lee, we all know that I tried to, I think some of the live events before I rested a bit is with Lee, and believe me, it's not an easy fight. Every round feels close, and you know, it's like I'm not sure if I'm gonna win this round or what. So some players say that that fight is a draw, even though I win a lot of rounds. So Lee deserves that respect, and Lee is one of the best fighters that I know on the league. Same with Tyrone and Vlad J, and the top five. So it's gonna be really hard for me to say who's gonna win, but um, I feel that um, Vlad J has a big chance of getting that belt if ever that fight comes to place. And yeah, I wouldn't really say who's gonna win because I'm not really sure, to be honest, and not being biased or anything, because um I, I I respect both fighters, so it's a 50-50 fight.
Okay, that's a fair assessment. Okay, now to flip the coin, right? With Burger Man playing hopscotch, passing out burgers, right? Seems like he's on the fast track title, right?
Hmm.
Did say he wanted to fight with Burger, but Bad J was the obstacle or the brick wall that was interfering in that fight to happen. If Burger beats Mr. J, how do you see that fight playing out between?
Okay. Well, on that part, as of now, the current skill level of Burger, he had to step up because I already fought with Burger and I already fought with Lee. And as of now, if you're gonna ask me in terms of skill level, I feel that Lee has the upper hand. But we all know that Cholo is very unpredictable, so there's a big chance that Cholo could get the win. And if I remember correctly, before when Lee is just starting on the league, it's actually Cholo who, you know, tried to fight him in that first live event with Lee, and they got a draw. So we couldn't really count Cholo out of this fight. We all know how good he is as well. So, you know, I'm not going to say that it's a 50-50 fight because of the current skill level, but I feel that Lee has the upper hand. But if Cholo's going to step up his A game and train a lot, for sure, Cholo has a big chance as well.
Okay, okay, all right. This is awesome. So, in closing, and the final question: Can you give us a glimpse into the future of the Undisputed Boxing League and what fans can look forward to in the years to come?
This league is getting better and better. We just started recently, and I think just a few months ago, we don't even have like 500 followers when I started this career of mine, when I just started this league. And now, if you're gonna check the like viewers and people who actually um supports this league, we're like almost 20,000. The how fast our supporters grow is really amazing. So, we're just getting better and better on how we're going to present our fights. We all know that we're going to try to improve that every time. Before, we just, present the live fights and that's it. Now, we're doing a lot of interviews, preparing. We have the three current champions. We're going to have a future fourth champ. So, this league is getting better and better, and for sure, on who's gonna get that fourth belt is gonna improve this league a lot.
Absolutely, absolutely. Previous, I'm gonna continue saying this because I believe he has a good shot on winning that championship. Oh, not to say that his name is already stamped on it, but he has a good shot of winning. That's Vajay. Led by some other fighters, I believe, Tyrone and a few others in the league. Also said that Vad was gonna take this championship home.
Yeah, I believe that as well. If that Jay unable to get the gatekeeper belt, there's a big chance it's gonna have that King of the Hill belt. And but shout out to my friend Kev. He's part of the league as well. I think he has a good chance as well, and it's gonna make it challenging for Vlad if ever that they're gonna have a fight. um Kev is from the Philippines, and um he's gonna be a big problem for all of y'all.
See, that's that fork in the road right there. That's that unpredictable. That's that mascara no one really looks for. You know? And that's what makes this so intriguing. You it's gonna be exciting. So, Harvey, I definitely appreciate taking the time out, interviewing with me today. It's been awesome to have you on the show. I do believe that we hit valid points throughout the interview. Uh, Definitely look forward to you getting back in the ring, defending that championship. You are on the undercard for the bitter feud event coming up next week. So best luck, champ, and look forward to you back in the ring.
Of course, anytime. Thank you for having me here as well.
You're quite welcome. You have a good evening, sir.
Good evening as well. Bye.
Bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the F.N.F. champion, Harvey. It was really, really fun talking to him. See where his mindset at and how he gave praise to certain areas, so on and so forth, was it gave insight. It gave kind of a clarity to the upcoming future events and really the really true battles to look out for between the I would say the high elite, the upclass fighters in this league. Not to count out any new members or anybody that's in that mid range, but you know anybody become a champion undisputed boxing league. All right, until next time, we want to thank you guys for tuning in and watching. This is UBL News signing out.